today, Rinpoche showed how one clearly needs to have calm abiding in order to achieve special insight. It becomes a cause for that. One needs to have all of the conditions necessary to achieve that union of calm abiding and special insight. Okay, Diksan Rinpoche.
다 단지 전비 이제 나신도 대니지 저월 중앙이 상주 전주의 중앙이 상주 전주의 중앙이 터지 버리듯이 많이 놓스 나신도 대니지의 중앙에 상주 전당 시도를 되네 네 나신도 용구레스 어디 머리 밥이 줘야도 어디래도 다나 가서 달라 데카도 레요나 달라 토마 레지 내주비 가기 더완요도 신내당 라통 네 공부를 요아 신내당 라통이 출라 제tem버쇼 달라 신내지 수강신나스 신내들 라통 신내들 줄을 제발 신내가 투 전하고 투다 이제 투사고 그래서 수강신나 투비 윤나네 바스 신내 공사게 롬바데 네 투비 윤나네 바스 Chenrezig daughter never me bajigo to be yuna neba doba chungwa chu sheba doba chungwa chu sheba sha mabu yonsu bombas
Lesser.
and treaty number daba doba la subi number doba yonsu bombas what the ngat the shene to what the bare tenga the abu jonsu shene yungures
Lesser. Okay, so we're going to begin on page 194. Initially, the yogi should seek, so we're going to read the whole of chapter 7 root text. So that's where we are. And just to begin, Rinpoche quoted the beginning of the text. One moment. Where we see that it's necessary in order for us to gain all of the realizations that we desire, for us to gather certain collections. It's necessary for us to gather the collection of merit and gather the collection of exalted wisdom. So we find this quote from the Kamala Shila's Stages of Meditation, where it states, Vajrapani, Lord of Secrets, let me read the entire quote. If you ask, what are the causes and conditions of the final fruit of omniscience, I, who am like a blind man, may not be in a position to explain by myself, but I shall employ the Buddha's own words just as he spoke them to his disciples after his enlightenment. He said, Vajrapani, Lord of Secrets, the transcendental wisdom of omniscience has its root in compassion and arises from a cause, the altruistic thought, the awakening mind of bodhicitta, and the perfection of skillful means. Therefore, if you are interested in achieving omniscience, you need to practice these three: compassion, the awakening mind of bodhicitta, and skillful means. So in order for us to achieve a complete enlightenment, we have to have this union of method and wisdom, which is united through the three: compassion, the awakening mind of bodhicitta, and skillful means. Now turning to the text itself, it says, initially, the yogi should seek the prerequisites that can assist him or her in actualizing calm abiding meditation and special insight quickly and easily. So here are, this is also speaking in terms of a collection. So what needs to be collected to actually achieve this calm abiding and special insight, this union, and it says quickly and easily. So what needs to be collected? And it says that there are certain prerequisites that you really need around you in order to gain this union, to realize this union. So it speaks of things that are harmful and so forth that you need to avoid. So then the next part of the text says, the prerequisites necessary for the development of calm abiding meditation are: 1. To live in a conducive environment. 2. To limit your desires and practice contentment. 3. Not being involved in too many activities. 4. Maintaining pure moral ethics. And 5. Fully eliminating attachment and all other kinds of conceptual thoughts. So there are 5 here, and that's where we left off. There's not an extra one of these books here, is there?
Yes.
That'd be fantastic. That would help. Thank you so much. And I don't have to switch back and forth. I can just leave one book on Tibetan. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Ta shene sana shiru ji yu la yingwa shene mi ba la zi ji de ne ba yin zang shene shiru yu ji yingwa shene shewa shene ane mi ba la zi ji de ne ba yin zang shene se gu ma de ba shene gu ba la mi ba hal mi na gu na de ge dong ni le mi na gu na de ge ane karal gu na che yo ma se ne ju ba du ju ba ros ne ju ba ge wo de san dang zo ge teng chi karal mi na de ge se da shene mi ba yo ro mi ba
Lesso.
ane hal mi shene gu na de ge se
Lesso.
hal mi shene gu ba yin na ane drama ji la mi gu ba yin na ane drama la mi ne shiru yu la yingwa she drama la zi ji du ne ba yin zang shene se
Lesso.
我这现在跟这不一样了。
Lesso.
现在学语了，因为现在没把他了自己的那把。
They don't agree.
现在是现在。
They
学
understand.
语因为现在是。
Yul, ale, yul.
现在了上的马当巴去。
Ale, okay.
马当巴的因为现在，那是呢没把他打不了自己的那把，现在是。西江7、8节西北国呢，然后了慢慢很多就被定安人，现在参与是。西江7、8节西北国呢，然后了慢慢很多就被定安人，现在参与的是。我不晓得哪里有了他。西江7、8节西北国呢。
It's not the Parshin, Shitun.
Parshin的话就搞。
Shitun Yerbe.
Shitun Yerbe. 那卡杜拉嘛的。
Okay. The lay labo yuna then.
西江7、8节西北国呢，西江是那比较龙门的啊。现在都是他们现在工作呢，那刚上过，工作刚上也不然就如不是龙沙巴之类我们的，龙沙巴之类，新疆7、8。
Rason.
新疆我的。
Rason.
新疆7、8节西北国呢，上月了，慢慢老多就定安人的，现在参与是。
The Zhang. Okay. So here, this is talking about how to develop calm abiding and special insight. So how does one achieve calm abiding or single-pointed concentration, and what is it? Single-pointed concentration is when we focus on one object solely. So the object is that we choose then becomes the object of observation of our single-pointed concentration, and that then is the only object of observation that's utilized for your single-pointed meditation. Not meaning that ever, just meaning that when you engage in single-pointed meditation, at that time you pick one focal object and focus on that solely. So that's the qualification of it being a single-pointed concentration, that it is singly focused on this single object. Calm abiding is defined as a stabilization arisen from meditation and conjoined with special pliancy. And then Rinpoche explained a little of this, so I will too. Etymologically, we look at calm abiding. Looking at the Tibetan is shine, is explained as the mind's abiding, which is ne, means to abide. So the shi ne means to stay or to abide on an internal object of observation upon the calming of distraction to the outside. That's the shi. Shi means peace. Ne means to abide. So it means to basically, if you're looking at the literal etymology of shi, means to abide. Ne means calming of distraction to the outside. It literally means peace. Shiwa means peace, but in this respect, it means calming to everything that is of the outside of that object. So that's the etymology, and then the definition of calm abiding. And then we have the prerequisites. Anyone who's wondering, I'm pulling this right from Jeffrey Hopkins' Meditation on Emptiness. There's a whole section on calm abiding, special insight, and the places conducive for it. So that's a nice reference point where there's a little more detail. And most of the time, a lot of the time he pulls from Panchen Sonandrapa's texts for this information. Uses all of the texts. I'm not saying it's only, but a lot of times we can find Drepung's textbook writers' quotes in here as well. Geshe Rinpoche.
다시네 오도 땡간지리 시바라 산당 세중이가 난 세중레스 세중 뭐뭐 여변난 땡간지레스 땡간지 라유로 메멜하는 주 땡간지서나 는 아주 시바도 유로 내비 차진도와 뭐 내비 실내전 세중지라 땡간지라 땡간지
Lesso.
땡간지제 땡간지 산당 세중이 니가 난 세중레스
Ale, Senjung Tingenzi. Dumba Mupa Jemba Tingenzi Shera. Ale. Okay. Tuche. So when we look at calm abiding, Rinpoche's giving me a workout today. When we look at calm abiding itself, it is a single pointed concentration. So when we look at, it is consciousness. So we look at consciousness, it divides into mind and mental factors. So is it a mind or a mental factor? And we find that it is a mental factor, and it is a determining mental factor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 5 determining mental factors. I'm just going to read them. I read them to Rinpoche. So, and he said, correct, say that. Aspiration, belief, mindfulness, stabilization, which is here they've chosen stabilization for single-pointed concentration, just a translator choice, and knowledge is 5. So it's all broken down in this text as well. But when we look at what single-pointed concentration or calm abiding is, it's under the category of stabilization or single-pointed concentration, which is a mental factor, and specifically a determining mental factor. Diksung Rinpoche.
다 전에가 두드려 왔대 준비 유나네 봐 저번 중앙 주시 봐 네 샤워 뭐고 용수 봉와 추리 나버 다봐 더발라 수베 나버 도바 용수 봉바스 준비 유나네 봐 더 비지 가문도
나이래.
더번 중앙 준비 유나네 더번 중앙 주시 봐 샤워 뭐고 용수 봉바 추리 나버 다봐 더발라 수베 나버 도바 용수 봉바스 다 동부 준비 유나네 봐 더 간다스나 Tela Dunga Dan Dembane, Tubi Imba Shebrashades, Dunga Josana Zoo, Da Rodija.
Less.
What the Dunga so marbe.
Ale, the Yanja Surlang Rinpoche?
Tubi Yuna never, Tubi never the Naja Wudua.
Less so.
And the Zoo, Da Rodija, not something you Google.
Ale, Jawa Yerbe.
What the Yuna never the Jadua. Tada Yudenga Dan Dembane, Tumbi Yimba, Shebashade, Tumbi Yudo, what the Nata Zuda Rodija, Nata Demba, Tumbi Yudo in the Nebas, Good and Sela Soba, same member, near Howard dance, no Gonjas at the Gisa, Tuan, what to locally member, Lil Rayag, what in a little near Howard dance. Tene chu masamba dan dala soba menebe ne zawa chu masamba dan kaso gore senje ne ba jige tene me ba je ne dala soba menebe ne zamba ne mebe sayembe sa zawa sadel gonjan dege na ne nasa meje ba ne mebe sayembe sa zawa chu chuti dan deba tabo Tomba Yembe, True Zamas, True Sudinda, there was Sudinda, Gitsugal, and the Gogo Mare, Magibu, Sudin Santan Digro, Sudinda Demba, Tabo, Tomba Yembe, True Zamas.
Helpful.
True Zamas. Yemu Mabutagi. Magang ishe dans, Niebul Momo Senja Momo Meza. Chenmo Dachua, Chenmo Keder Shida Tuza Meza. Ne what then Nels Keder Chung Isher Leba Demba was. Tan Deba Chunga Kanshanas, Deba Chunga Kansana, Chugula Soba, Zambo, Mabula, Habachaba members, Chugula Soba, Zambula, Zambutan, Mabula, Chaba members, Guris, Tondidan Jimatu. Chaba member was Chusheba Kanshana, Chugula Soba, Tanya be Tato. Chusheba Chugu did not so long share the Lonsheba years on about the moment and Salomon Tambajugures. Kulas won Nemotan Yabi Tato, Chusheba Kayabo. Shah Mobu Yonsu Puma Kanshena, Newtonla Suba, Newtonla Subi Le, Neba, Yonsu Pombas, and the Chichala Nuyat and Sonja and the Watenke, Lekalango Kunat. Things go yabo yomarota. Newton la suba le ngeba yonsu ponwa. Chimba dan rod shwa. Kanda hajam hendi sheba yonsu ponwas. Chimba dan rod shwa tu ji tanga su kecha mamushi ne sheda juro wat den me ba gugures.
Lessa.
Hendi sheba yonsu ponwa tans.
Lessa.
Pensheba, Kama Ziwal, then Pemba down. Dada Maraba, Dada Lega Generation Guaji Humaro, Kulakama Yorova.
Lessa.
Pensheba, Kama Ziwa Tabo, Kama, what the Kama Sija, the Tiku in the Yorova.
Lessa.
What the Digmaris on the last of Yonsupoma, Kayamba War.
Tuche.
Sojinaba Taba Kanshena, Doma Nigala, Domba Nigala. Rajina Chibi, Kanamato, and Chibi, Habi, Mandava, Ba member, Rena, Jimba, Jube, and a Chujin to Shibatan, near Tuju Dombala, Pomba Jusos, near Tuju Dombala, Pomba Juso, Morungi Tse. Ne buchungun hi to duba dugwa chuba majin to dani ji shin to duba dugwa le ngaba debe naba rangi ngagi jubi hijde sejen thajela nyabara joba tise zuba shawade ne hiji meba ya tobos Hiji meba to boss.
I think that's good, Rinpoche. Let's go. Then this side Kabadro.
Ah.
They're 181 you need. They're good.
Yeah. Well,
they're sar.
Yeah,
Then they're good, sir.
Okay.
Data in. Data. After the Sonchenet song, the Kangazu.
Okay.
Selpozu. Chu Kabar Kason Rinpoche.
Ah.
Jip.
Java Chuma Chushi about the Tibi Yuna never cut to Yimba. Tell her nga. Tibi Yuna never said the Ngari Zoo da Rosia.
Lessa.
Talking you de la Tibi Yuna nebas. Tell her the younger than Debane, Tibi Yu by Shiba Shates, the younger shows in a zoo da Rosia younger, the younger Sagarva the younger. The younger Udele, Tibi Logres.
Lessa.
Ude. Candes Tungersena, said no Kula Soba, Semeba. And the Tolu Koyaki Toludan, and then Sela Soba, Niel Hawa. Niebi Shiri, Niel Hawa dance, Niel Hawa dan, Ju Musamba dan, Dalla Soba. Never jigging Saint Raman, Dalla Soba, Manebi,
The decent.
Nezawa. maybe saying be Sazon.
Dada.
True to the Deba, Dabu Tomba Yimbe, True Zonwa. Niemaju Mabushi Dagi Magan Shedan. Some Dachun Shir, Leba Dembas, and the Bachun Ganshena. Chugula Subi Zambon, Mabula Laba Chaba Mabas, the Chugula so good Google to Mobile Chabapon Gures.
Lesso.
Tachu Sheba Ganshena, Chugula Suba Ganwazang, Niebe, Tatu Chusheba Ganyi Boss, Chugula so good. These are Jimotishin, Mobile Chaba Mabagures.
Lesso.
Shah Mabapon Ganshena, Newtonla Suba, Tonjaba Ina sitting and Guayong Marabata. Newtonla Suba Le,
Lesso.
Naba Yonsupon. Chimba Dan Rajon, Radushon Kanda Hajan, Hendi Sheba Yonsupons.
Lesso.
Chimba Ina, Rajon Ina, Tekundi Keshan Mabushi, in the thing and go no Gujwa.
Lesso.
That man Sheba Nas, Meba Ina Dada.
Lesso.
And the Leka Moburo, thing and go Yomaro.
Lesso.
Kamatsuala Subas.
Lesso.
Also, Pomba, what the Jil, Twimby Vina never was what the Jilis,
Lesso.
Kalej.
Okay. So a conducive environment should be known by these 5 characteristics. So there are the our five senses and things that we apprehend, such as tastes, zu, dra, dri, ro, reja. So forms that we apprehend, things that we smell, so things that we see, things that we smell, things that we feel, things that we taste. Zu, dra, dri, ro, reja. Zu, form. Dra, sound. Dri, smell. Ro, taste. Reja, tactile sensation. So these are the 5. I know I just did them all. I'm not going to try it again. So those are the 5 that that's how we apprehend. So these all relate to those sorts of sensory relationships. So a conducive environment should be known by these 5 characteristics: providing easy access to food and clothes. There should be you should be able to get food and clothes, and the food should be good food, non-contaminated food that's not poisonous. And being free of evil beings and enemies, those who wish to harm you. So you don't have to worry. Your mind isn't held up by this thought that there are enemies nearby. Being free from disease, containing good friends who maintain moral ethics and who share similar views. Rinpoche said that this doesn't matter it's not saying someone has to be ordained. It's just saying someone who holds similar views, someone who's a good, basically like a good person, someone who isn't going to lead you astray. And being visited by few people, good friends who maintain moral ethics and who share similar views, and being visited by few people in the daytime with little noise at night. So commotion is limited. Limiting your desires refers to not being excessively attached to many or good clothes, such as religious robes and so forth. The practice of contentment means always being satisfied with any little thing, like inferior religious robes and so forth. So being satisfied with whatever you have, not yearning for more. So limiting desires is this taking away that yearning for more, being satisfied with what you have. Not being involved in many activities refers to giving up ordinary activities like business, avoiding too much association with householders and monks, and totally abandoning the practice of medicine and astrology. So here this is saying that when you are very social, it says householders and monks. If you're being very social and talking a lot about the news and so forth, then you're wasting time, and this isn't conducive to calm abiding because it's distraction. So this distraction, and then medicine, astrology, to learn medicine, to learn to be a doctor, takes an enormous amount of study, takes an enormous amount of time. So if this is just speaking about in your spare time. If you're studying things like medicine, then this is a distraction for your calm abiding practice, because there's so much to learn when you look in the field of medicine and so forth. And astrology, another subject that there's a lot of information but is not helpful and is not conducive because of the vast amount of information that you have to study. It wastes your time, basically, is what it's saying. These subjects waste your time. Your time isn't being spent not distracted. It's being spent distracted. So it considers just worldly facts distraction in this case. Okay, Dixon.
다 주진 나버다고 가시는 동반니가 랑 라진당 집이 가노마 마토와던 집이 러비 지문다와던 밤에바 레나야 잼바 주비 추진 도시바던 니 퇴주 동발라 판바 주스 모롱왕 송바스 모롱왕 송바 강이바 달라야 줘바던 덴바던 심어져와 머자유 생던 덴바
다다예.
생각이 레데 셰비 생들라 모님에 버스 두비 셔랑 최단지 모님에 공비셔 대 주진 나버다바 코나이 버 줘버셔 오스 주진 나버다바 다 주진 나버다바 강시나 동바니가 라한스 동바니드 가르자도 동바니가 라양 라지나 집이 카나마도다 집이 사비시 만다와 나스 된 동바니 누에
The Beche Kashe Kelen, the Nyentu, the Domba Kashe Lona, the Yanjer Ra Tugamare, the Da Tugamare. Yene Jupa Dang.
동바니스도 라지지 카나마도 pombi 동바당 집이 카나마도 pombi 동바스 니자는 지가유
Vows can if there is a regret and transmission.
라지지 카나마도 왔으나 네 침바도 라중 가르기 전에 디바 인간들 라지지 카나마도 와 그러나 수주바 침바도 수주네 디바레 라중 수주네 디바로 디바 인자 라지지 카나마도 와스 라지지 카나마도 왔을 때 러그레스 집이 카나마도 와서 네 소지지 집이 와게 되네 어디 예버들 집이 카나마도 와서 그러나 신주야라서 그것도 침박 신주는 좀 가요 말어 아니 라중 안다 잡아주기 신주나 아니 소지기 집어던 게 온거로 때 견지해 온거로 집이 카나마도 와서 집이 카나마도 와 당집이 라비 지문다와 당스 The
NGK, the Deepa Gari Yena Da Tugudu.
Yeah.
The Becha Kashe, the Nyentu Dumba, the Chana, the Da Tugamare. Yene, the Deepa Gari Yena Da Tugudu. The NGK there. The Domba Ni Tsalo Dang Gemma Yanjer the Tsigamare Jupa Yuna the Nepa Dorje Dang Drabodu. Nepa Dorje Dang Drabodu.
Domba Ni the Kayandu.
Domba Ni Sik Yomare the
Domba Nika Long, Rajin Dang,
Nika.
Chibi Kanamato.
Hey, Sampa Khensur Jormason.
Yeah.
I'm finding there's a word in here Rinpoche is trying to figure out the meaning of in the text. And it doesn't, I can't find it in the English. And then he explained what it would mean, and it doesn't seem to be in the English. So if Rinpoche is wondering what something means, I could see how maybe something got mistranslated possibly, or it's perfectly translated, and we're just not sure about it. So I'm not sure. The Dumba Ni.
Dumba Ni, Temeji Dumba, the Tijen Dumba. Temeji Dumba, the Tijen Dumbas.
Dumba Nika La Yang, Rangjing Dang.
Chibi Kanamatua. That Dumba Ni Chibi Kanamatua, Bombi Dumba Dang, Ranji Kanamatua, Bombi Dumba. Tendeljana, Tijen Dumba, the Teme Dumbas, Nis Tendejana, what the Ganru Jinjire. Sabi Jimandawa dance,
Nge Tsampa, the Nyentu Dumba Dang Deepa Garayena Nika Datugdu.
Ore.
Nge Tsampa, Nika de Nika. Injike the Nyentu Dumba Datugdu Dang Deepa Jenda Datugdu.
Ore.
Then Kandre da Nepo Dorje Dandrash.
Ore.
Jupa Jemang e Yanjer the su chugamare. Then a tomba ni sanlodang.
Ore. Doba nika langa rajin na jibi kana matoa. Jibi labi je mandawa dans. Labi je mandawa yuares. Ba me ba rena ya. Ana domba tadang gesu na ya.
Rimche. Gongel mepachik. Jao Rinpoche delpa yure. Jao Rinpoche dumba ni. The susur tarpi dumba dan shansen dumba.
What in the jana?
Jao Rinpoche delpa yure.
Susu tabi domba te jansen domba. What in the jana yabudoa?
So where is the two types of moral?
Domba ni susu tabi domba ta.
Ken sapudu.
Shansen domba.
Jao Rinpoche delpa de yure. Yene that sawa. Injike the yomare.
Yeah.
The dumba ni yomare. Am I mistaken? Is there somewhere in here that says the two types of vows in the root text? You see it in the Dalai Lama's commentary on page 96. What Rinpoche is explaining right now is on page 96. The two types of moral ethics refer to the vows of individual liberation and bodhisattva vow. But I don't see the two types of ethics in the root text. Am I missing it just because I'm speeding through it? Does anyone see it? Anyone see the two types of ethics anywhere in the root text? That line would, what's that connect to? Because Rinpoche is talking about the two types, and so is the Dalai Lama, and it's in the root text that I'm holding in the Tibetan, but I don't see it in the English, but it might be in the English, just translated in a way I'm not familiar with. So I'm just seeing if anyone else in the room sees it. Nge Tsampa de Tomba, Injike Mindu. Yene Jao Rinpoche Delpa Yure, Jao Rinpoche Susutarpi Dumba Dang Shansen Dumba. Okay, so in the root Tibetan text, it speaks of the two kinds of vows. So it's saying that even in the statement, let me try it out here. Now, so even in the Garyena. In the root text? Where? That's not the root text. It's Dalai Lama's Bless
다 주진 나바 다바서 간들 주선이 고도와 안에 심마저 산다 대바다 그 관계를 레시비 산다 원님아 수수도 비셔 원님아 수수도 봐 싫어 제바셔 봐 수수도 비셔라 그 다지 원님아 공비셔 주진나 그 다지 원님아 수수도 받아 수수도 받으라 공부하니까 주진 나바다 봐서 그래서 공부 싫어 디 주진 나바다 봐 코나 리바샤오스
주카베아레 181 추탐제 181 추탐제 Okay, decent. Tuche Rimche.
Yeah.
Okay, so just real quickly, it's missing in the root text. It's just not there, but it speaks basically what it's saying is and Rinpoche added another idea. He says he thinks that it's referring to the Bodhisattva vow and the hearer's vow, which is an individual liberation vow, But because in the root text it speaks of the hearer's vow, it says even this hearer's vow can be purified. So Rinpoche thinks that it's referring to bodhisattva vow and the hearer's vow, and a hearer's vow would be an individual liberation vow. So anyway, so what it's basically saying is that even if it's said that there's certain vows that can't be purified, this is saying all vows can be purified, all non-virtues can be purified. So what it's trying to say is even all non-virtues can be purified. If you have, and it says, first, and I said it's very similar to the four opponent powers. So you don't have the basis, but you have all the other opponents in there. I feel like a mad scientist right now. Even in the case of the statement of a transgression of the hearer's vows cannot be restored, if there is a regret and an awareness of the... So here... here's what you need. If there is a regret and an awareness of the intention not to repeat it, that's two of the four opponent powers right there, and an awareness of the lack of true identity of the mind that performed the action, that could be the power of antidote, or familiarity with the lack of true identity of all phenomena, that person's morality can said to be pure. So if you meditate on emptiness, basically it's saying, you have regret, commit not to do it again, and meditate on the emptiness of the mind or the emptiness of phenomena in general, then anything can be purified. This should be understood from the sutra on the elimination of Ajatashatru's regret. You should overcome your regret and make special effort in meditation. Okay, Diksun Rinpoche. Less so.
당원이 매발라 수수도 봤으나 그나가 저 나사 줘로가 나도 모두 나르베 라바도 나르베 ane zudu 나르베 this 산다나 어디 강가 나마로다 나마로 나 외누여로다 나데 포멍거 건을 된 따정마도 따발마 되바 ane 라디오 마레스 뭐들 산에 안에 남들 수수도 봐스 야네한테 산다보다 소수도바 야네한테 공부들라 네 야네한테 공부니부들라 추진나바다서 그래스.
So if we meditate again and again about emptiness, and what is this emptiness? What does the lack of true identity mean? What are we speaking of? If we look at it in relation to the I, if we try to locate the I, where is this I? So I say, I am here. So where is the I? Is the I my head? No, the I isn't my head. Is the I my hand? Is the I my leg? Is the I my foot? Is the I my chest? And when you negate all these possibilities, you come to the conclusion that you can't find it. And then you come to the conclusion that it must not be an I. But that's not true. There is. So how then can there be this I that doesn't substantially or inherently exist somewhere? It exists by way of a collection that comes together, serves as a basis of designation for the naming of the I. The aggregates and so forth come together and then serve to be suitably designated as I. There's no I that's found to be distinct of that. The I is just this naming of these aggregates that are a collection that then can be served to be suitably named. So that is the meditation upon emptiness, and by doing that again and again, one is able to purify all forms of misdeeds. Dene?
다 줄이 나바다비 내주데 파바 마지데 저바세 인도를 송요 바로와 마지데 저바세 인도서 마지 잡아 마지데 그런 바바세 버다 바바세는 제가
Ale.
저바 콜 바바세 사도 저바 저러다
Kongi Papa says so?
바바세
Okay, kill it.
바바세네 바바세 사도 콜 저바 용어로 보다
Less so.
저바 용어는 사질 주바 인제르다는 사질 마지데 저바세 인도서 줘로 파도 많은 세자시 잡을 상다진 요거 코도 제조나 맞다바니도 줘스 파세는 리그스 파도 많은 세자시 잡을 요거 코도 제바 제조나 아니 맞다바니도 줘 사질 어떠서 저바세 인도도 송으로 와다 파도 많은 세자서 버지 실렌세바니 연락 주니는 실렌세바니를 잡아 있는 지래 요거 코다 제바 텐데 연락 중 좀바 있나 하더네 디바가 다는 그래서
Then a jupa dang dendel yenla juni?
바바 마지다게 바바 세바 인지로와
Lesso.
줘봐 요거로 줘네 소아지를 줘봐 인지로와
Lesso.
소아지는 줘봐 세인도 송네 파도 많은 세자신 잡음 장다지 요거 코다 제존나 문 다바니도 줘스 파도 많은 세는 디그레스 요거 코다 제바 매버존은 디그레스 소아지 공모수도 송해 바래 된달 실 된데 연락 주니는 실은 세바니다 연락 주니도 매버존나 디바타는 그래서 어디 송어인다
Me selen seni sena? Selen
제바 세바도 고발렘바 말베 연락 주니는 제바 세바 고발렘바
Ale.
동부 제바 군요모 네바 주바 레이노스
Lesso. So this Sanlodana Dipadag?
어다
Sanjay?
근데 된데 연락 주니 매바 수도는 디바타는 그러다
Okay. So now it says, this is from the Ajata, I said it fast, better. Ajata Shatru's regret. Ajata Shatru killed his father, and he had an immense amount of regret and felt terrible for having done this. So he went to the Buddha. Kon Sanjay Peson?
그 바바 세사든 줘봐
Then Sanjay
하질 줘봐
okay. So then Buddha went to Buddha, and Buddha said he told the Buddha what he had done, and it is among those 5 heinous crimes of the irreversible actions they're called at times. And the Buddha said, "Don't worry if you have this regret, and I hope I'm getting this part right. You can look the story up. I'm sure it's somewhere. That if you meditate on the 12 links of dependent origination." That this then will allow you to purify this misdeed. So this was meditated upon, and then he was able to purify the misdeed. I'd love to make sure that's accurate. But we can look that, you can easily look that up and look up the story if I was missing anything. There were a couple words that I wasn't familiar with, but okay, Digsung Rinpoche.
다주는 대바 마두고 수도 받나 야나 야도 공부이나 안 디바타는 그랬어.
So if you think of
돈이라 야나 야도 공 디바타는 그러다.
So if you meditate upon phenomena not being truly established, you meditate upon emptiness again and again, then this purifies your misdeeds. This is the point. Can't find that, but it's okay.
then baba majide joba sewa le konto chuba riba
And just for those who are following, just to make it clear, with the stages of meditation text, the Dalai Lama's commentary is in the non-bold print. I'm sure everyone knows this. And the bold print is the actual root text. So that's why if you look at the actual root text in the Tibetan, which is in bold, it says the 2 kinds of vows. So that's why the Dalai Lama comments on it, but it's missing in the English. So that's what that was all about. But you see the Dalai Lama does comment on it. So when you're reading this book, it must be like, oh, that's out of nowhere, And it's like, what is that? Why is that even mentioned? So the reason it's mentioned is because it's mentioned in the root text. Interesting. Digsung Rinpoche.
다 되바 나라 천대다 지시만라 예미 나마보 요아 일라실라 다달라 또바 봉샤오사 다 소소 되바 가려봐 있는 되바 나라야 천대다 지시마 예미 마보 요아 일라시데스 다 소소 되바 요바들 천대다 샤말 예미 균와기 예바 요바이나 어두서 그 산당 워레스 일라 실라 대달라 나버도 보모샤오서 어때다비 대술라 미네 아니 모든 저거도 나왔대 봉고레스 봉샤오 나바지도나 코아비 뭐보 두바 야론데스 그 뭐보 내가 지난다 두가 지난다 대다 타지네 나바지비 최진 마다바데스 수수 ngōba yāga yuwa mēba nā dāka mātāpa rā kāngā shindu yu kāngā yān rūjī rēs. Wā tīsa kō mārba. Tadā lā nāpan jībi chū jīn mātāpa tē dūn māzāwa tadā tāng dā rīmbu mūtū bās. dā susu kāngpa pītāpa yuwa nā dā tōlūk pītāpa yuwa nā dā sāyā tūngā kāngre pītāpa yuwa nā yā kō yuwa nāpa dē tuwa yuwa mā rō. Susu shindu karo. Shindu yu tāsu tā chēnu karo. Otisan tangwares.
Susu she, ngatsu she, the mota she.
Ngatsu she sona. Ngatsu kamba tang, tisu kanga yajire mada katu maro.
Ale, okay.
Otisan tangwares.
Okay. Then the mota dang kala mitapa kecha shegamai.
Da mota pitapa yena, da kari pitapa yena, shidi mota jan rojiro.
Lessa.
Mota katu maro.
Lessa.
Okay.
Okay. So now, being mindful of the various defects of attachment in this life and future lives helps eliminate misconceptions in this regard. Some common features of both beautiful and ugly things in the cycle of existence are that they are all unstable and subject to disintegration. It is beyond doubt that you will be separated from all of these things without delay, so meditate on why you should be so excessively attached to these things and then discard all misconceptions. So all of these things are subject, whether they are beautiful or we consider them ugly, they are subject to impermanence. So they are momentary, they disintegrate. And even if we don't look at the nature of those things and see that they are impermanent, we can look at our own situation and understand that we are most certainly impermanent and that we will certainly die, and that when we die, we can't bring any of these things with us. If we have a really wonderful car, we always eat the best food and have the best drinks available, none of these things, which are subject to impermanence themselves, can be brought with us. So we will perish. So they don't have this kind of lasting, enjoyable longevity that we prescribe or we ascribe them to. I don't know if I'm using the right word, but everyone knows what I mean, that we put on them. So it says that we should meditate on this and then get rid of the wrong view that we have in relation to these things, that we should recognize we can't take them with us. And then once we think about this over and over and over again, it gets rid of the misconception that is attached to the things of this life and future lives. Decent.
Yeah. There's
no reason for us to get so attached to our own individual things, because once we die, we can't take them with us. They remain. If they still remain, they remain. Decent.
Geshe Lharampa chabala soba junyanto gombe nabato tanji ponjo de shene sandre
Lesso.
Ta laton leondo.
So meditate on why you should be so excessively attached to these things and then discard all misconceptions. Now we move on to the next section on special insight. Latung.
Latung sana shene jingana rayo la susu tu bishiro latung tsani. Shene jingana shene yoba jid shene da latung ni domba shene ngal du roda. Tene latung yung roda. And lan ji la mi bi shene temba cha sa sona ti ngana cheba sheba ta ne ba ni ane nyangdu ka du shon sona na latung du yung res. Shene jingana rayo la susu tu bishiro ane latung tsani.
Okay, that's good. Latung tsani anjuruna?
Shene jingana rayo la susu tu bishiro latung tsani se.
Okay. There's special insight based on actual. During the initial part of this phase,
Siji de ne bi na go ne susu tu bishiro.
Rinpoche defines special insight, and I can't find the exact definition. I'm sorry. It's a complex, or I would just Let's go. Okay, here we go. Through the process of defined as a wisdom. Okay, I got it. Rasa. Okay. A wisdom of thorough discrimination of phenomena conjoined with special pliancy induced by the power of analysis. Then a Cheran Yanjur Surunang?
Latung
Seni Yanjur Surunang?
Seni Josana, Shene Jingane, Rayu La Susu to Bishero. Shene Yubaji, and Shene Yubitun, Shene Hal Ziji Ned Euro. Never Najin Susu. So
there's this conjoined with this special pliancy. Within the definition that Rinpoche is using, it's conjoined with calm abiding. So it's a wisdom of thorough discrimination of phenomena conjoined with, this might even be a typo, so conjoined with calm abiding induced by the power of analysis. So it's this union of analysis and conjoined with calm abiding. So let me see. Let me make sure what Rinpoche else he said. Dene the senitsar lapsar. Dene moa gar lapsar.
Latung
Lesso.
Latung Shene Jingana Rayu La Susu to Bishero Latung Seni.
Lesso, lapsar.
Yeah.
Latung
Latung Ture.
Lesso.
Latung Jul Jeba Latung Sonata Ishi to Sagures. To Gashena. Jebutambala Tembas. Latung Netu Shegenge. Jebutambala Tengures. Jebutambala Madana Latung Gonzu Shegamaro. Jebutambala Tembatan. Mando Tebatan Yonsu Suas. Pachamama Tegures. And then maybe the Yonsu. Maybe Yonsu Tugurs. Chuna Deva Madubatan. Halu Gongina. Deva Madubu Gongina. Maybe Yonsu Tewa dance. Then the Tujin Samba. And what the Leana and the Santan was Tujin Samba. Tell a Jebutambala Temba to Candidate. Jebutambala Temba Shashina Jebutamba Candes Gores and a Monto Tuba, Pachamama Shangel Dangures, Come Monto Tuba down, see Sawatan, no Pachama schedule, see Sabajin Maché to get the Nigel Dangures, Hijita Temba, and then Homan and Hiji again, and the Joazubas, and the Pachakazi Shiba in a Joa. Kali Khana Mabaji, Joazobaji Gures.
Lesso.
The Tangan Umaras and the shading Mabaji Gures, Joazoba. Tell a month to Tuba Yons Tewa Kashina, and the month to Tuba Kanesha Gures and a month to Tuba Ne. Month to Tubas. Monto Tuba, Junden days. Monto Tuba, Junden days. Soro Yola Juni. Sora Yola Juni Bo. Nedun Tang, La. Kubashi. Shinto Nyeba de. The Papa Gumba Dewa Le. Papi Tan Deba Jindo. Matubi Latunki, Gay no. Shekatedos. Takanda Latung Jibutambala Temba said, what the Latung Tut to the Redwa. Latung to the Jibutambala Tembas. Mont Tuba. Yonsu Sewa Nibaje. Tujin Samba Sumbaje. Jibutamba. Tajibutambala Temba to Canada. Mont Tuba. Pachamam Shingil Tangures. Mont Tuba. And Pajama Shedu, Sebu Shedu Kenji. See Sawatan.
Lesso.
And the Roman Hiju can. Joazobos.
Lesso.
And Roman Trishin, what the Nakalikas against what the Mazakan Google is.
Jetsun Chamba Dandrar.
No.
The Jetsun Chamba Dodajin.
Pidgin is it?
Dandrar. Okay. Now we move on. What are the prerequisites of special insight? They are relying on holy persons, so relying on qualified teachers, persons, seriously seeking extensive instruction, instruction into emptiness, the nature of reality, all of the various topics, and proper contemplation, thinking about them again and again and again, that things are not truly established because of dependent origination, thinking of these things again, over and over again, proper contemplation. Then, what type of holy person should you rely upon? What kind of teacher? What is a holy person? First, one who has heard many teachings. So he or she has heard many different teachings. Let me see something here. Gamon de Tupa. Tupa Anjer Gukona, Rinpoche? Okay, so I didn't know if it meant understood, but it is. It's heard many teachings. So this teacher has heard many teachings, who expresses him or herself clearly, that the way that he or she teaches is clear, so it's easily understood, who is endowed with compassion. He or she cares for their students, and able to withstand hardship. No matter how many times he or she is asked a question, they give the answer, or how long the teaching has to go on, or no matter what it takes, this type of holy person that's qualified would be willing to endure that for the students, because of this willingness and patience, as well as the compassion. Diksung Rinpoche. Gosh.
Pabi dan deba jin to ma tuba na latung ge yin nos what the bajat to mamma shen latung dul cheg ma de ge res sheka te do paba goma de tani le latung na tuba dan samba le shon yu tawa na ba tabi dul shon yin no latung de tujung ge shera dan sanjung ge shera de tujung ge shera sanjung ge shera gonjung ge shera son de 라톤도 와데 최종 쉐라던 사종 쉐라가 레버레스 다돈이라면 최종 쉐라 안에 사종 쉐라 공종 쉐라 송용으로 살라면 최종 쉐라 사종 쉐라 공종 쉐라 나 강갈 잡은 잡아자요로다 그래서 최종 쉐라서나 다 전부 동반이 산다나 동반이 서는데 진바레 상상 고아차송나 최종 쉐라 저는 상중 쉐라선 땡데 임비 주선이 대방주가 도수나 상중 쉐라 대양나야도 공대 신내다 사동던 도수나 나 공중 쉐라 이제로다 어디를 정도 거래
네 니파 상중
최종 쉐라선 돈이라면 최종 쉐라선 돈이라 너무 고아 잡으로 줘라
맞아요
대 최종 쉐라레스
맞아요
상중 쉐라 땡데 임비 주선이 대방주가 게 제바 sama chesunna ane sanjung shira
yanje gonjong
tene noni la mebi sa shene ta la no tosuna gonjong shira.
Okay. What is meant then Rinpoche, the sunra yanla juni dun gari yambicha.
손으로 주니부 강론은 도 이미 쳐.
도 이미 쳐. 오케이. 가 이미 쳐. 도 이미 쳐. 네 nga yo mare.
도도 야니 로텐데 치지 주주 또 봐주. 대대 주니에서 뭐 손으로 진지 손을 와르다.
nga yerbe.
또 강가 어디아.
네 주니 nga yo marebe. 도 코나.
도른도.
도 당가 nga yo mare.
더 놀런도 당하 도던 하니 차 요지로 보다.
Junyi dodanga nicha?
대나로 냐차 니자 요하라.
Okay. Then a doyimbi.
손으로 연락 주님이 강로 있는 도 이미 차.
Okay.
돌라 장전된 게 되니 요하레스.
Less so.
도도 공래 답던 도래의 장전 도래스. 그 오마 탄주를 제자제나 도도 공래 그 세상빈 되었던 거로. 네, 군다랑 그 천이 마루 영화등으로랑 그 천이 조송바 인상 다 엄마 다녀왔잖아. 군다랑 그 천이 마루 영화등으로랑 그 천이 조선 되게 말았다. 유조는 그 천이 마루 비차거로. 대인 소송 사지 송이나한테 네, 장전에서 장전에 받은 애정도 말했어. 그런다가 걔는 세지 다이 세진도 레바다라 나이가 랑아샤 그것이면서 네, 사지기 나의 사직을 호마 이미 주선지 사직 강송바가 켈랭고 말했어. 다지제는专门도나 아는 켈랭스. 세지다 세뇨가 세뇨가 세지다 세진도 레바다라 나이가 랑아샤이 그것이 나라 그거 예비 주선지는 내 손세가 켈랭고 말했어. 사직도 송바 인도 사직이 최도한테 체리바 노다. 체리바 쪽에 라바나지 하는 거로다.
Okay, so what is meant by seriously seeking extensive instruction? This is to listen seriously with respect to the definitive and interpretable meaning of the 12 branches of the Buddhist teachings. So this is synonymous with the Buddhist pronouncements. If it is the Buddhist pronouncements, it's necessarily the 12 branches of the Buddhist teachings. And the unraveling of the Thought Sutra says, not listening to a superior being's teachings as you wish is an obstacle to special insight. The same sutra says, special insight arises from its causes, correct view, which in turn arises from listening and contemplation. The Questions of Narayani Sutra says, through the experience of listening to teachings you gain wisdom, and with wisdom disturbing emotions are thoroughly pacified. So here, there are the various wisdoms that arise. We have the wisdom arisen from listening, the wisdom arisen from contemplation, the wisdom arisen from meditation. Sometimes the second one is analysis, wisdom arisen from analysis. So what are these wisdoms? So when you hear, for instance, the teaching on emptiness, and once the words come into your ear and you understand them, then this is the wisdom arisen from hearing. So the words enter your ear and you understand what those words were that were said. It's not a foreign language. You understood what the words that were told to you are. Then the next analysis is you then, after hearing this teaching, then think to yourself, using the reason of dependent origination, establishing that things are not truly established. So because of the reason of dependent origination, things are not truly established. This is a wisdom that's arisen from analysis. Thinking about that again and again and again, and having a union of confiding and special insight about that, things are not truly established because they dependently originate, is the wisdom arisen from meditation. So this is necessarily a union of calm abiding and special insight. Gonjon shine dan latun yin go. Gonjon sherap shine dan latun yin go. Yin go. Okay. I just wanted to make sure that chop. When we say chop, it means it pervades it. And it's really a serious statement. You're saying, when you say that if it's this, it's necessarily that. Then the Sura Yenla Junyi Dodanga Yure.
Sura Yenla Junyi Dendue.
Sura Yenla Junyi Yure.
Karendo.
The 12 branches of Buddhist teaching. Ale, do yomare.
Dode yani bide. Dode yani londo bide. Dode yani londo chisu bide. Chedu bide. Dode yani londo cheji cheju toba bide. What did you dang it? True tango to true tango.
That's good.
Dode yani londo cheji cheju toba ju. Dode de yani bide. Dode yani londo bide. Chisu bide. Chedu bide. toba ju bide do de anya lo de se ji ju toba ju wa den ji de de yon la ju ni bo sa ju de.
That's good. So Rinpoche was looking. Rinpoche did this too. So when we look at the teachings, we can divide them into definitive and interpretive teachings. I'm going to actually read this part here because I feel that Rinpoche said most of what's here. Some of the scriptures containing the Buddha's teachings cannot be accepted literally. This is why we need to categorize them as definitive and interpretable teachings. The definitions of these terms also vary according to different schools of thought. Rinpoche defined these. The Chittamantran school, the Nga, the Tsen Sampa, the Tseni, the Jiao Rinpoche Delpa, the Cheran, the Delpa Chipa. Chittamantran school, the Semsampa school, defines definitive teachings as those whose meaning can be accepted literally, and interpretable teachings as those whose meaning cannot be accepted literally. The Svatantrika Madhyamika school, so the middle way autonomy school, defines definitive scriptures as those teachings which have ultimate truth as their direct or principal topic of discussion and which can be accepted literally. Teachings of the Buddha other than these belong among the interpretable teachings. Let me see. In order to ascertain the ultimate truth, subtle emptiness, we must follow the sutras and commentaries that flawlessly expound the subject. To this end, we must understand the scriptural text in their proper sequence and according to whether they are definitive or require interpretation. So we need to, this is exactly what Rinpoche said, we need to meditate again and again to recognize whether these teachings are. So but just like the Buddha said, when you look at don't follow me just because I'm the Buddha. Like a piece of gold you would cut and rub to check to see if it's real. Check my teachings for accuracy. And then and only then, once you've checked them, then you can follow my teachings. But don't just follow them because I am the Buddha. So it's important to study both of these in order to come to the conclusion of what the meanings are. And I believe that's Rinpoche, 12 branches. Need Sampa, the Juni. Need Sampa.
Do de anye long den seji cheji toba ju. Na tru drang mu.
I just saw these somewhere. I can't remember where it was. The 12 branches of Scripture. Rinpoche, we'll table that until next time. Rinpoche had 9 of them, but I don't know the names in the Tibetan, so it would take me a while. So we'll table that till next time. And let me find out where we are. I just lost my place. Okay. And the Tibetan I'm talking about. Okay, Diksa.
Tanda de papa gomba dewa le pabi tang deba jindo matu ba ne latung ge nos. Cheba tamba to ge wa de latung go de anjul matu na ane wa de latung juli je ge de jun je res she ka che do. Teni le gonde teni le latung toba dan samba le shon yu. Tawa na ba tabi juli shon wa yin nos. Latung tujung ge shera dan sanjung shera ge debres. Tujung shera ten shon yare, sanjung shera ten shon yares. Shene de hatoni jundi chedane, jundi na jao shene jo haton debo. Tombe shene de hatoni ngaba goba lame matoba donga truta kangi lola yan ra chamba ta ge ba us. Shene de jo ne haton de debres.
Okay.
Ha lame ge lola wate shene de haton chisha jo yares.
Ale. Nejor Lana Mepi Ju?
Lana Mepi Ju.
Okay. So, according to our tradition, in the text here, we say that calm abiding causes special insight. So we say that first you get the calm abiding, and then arisen from the calm abiding, your analysis unites with it, and then you have special insight. But according to the highest yoga tantra tradition, so specifically the 4 classes of tantra, the highest yogic tantra states that there's a way to simultaneously generate calm abiding and special insight. So there is a difference in the point made in Tantra and in the Sutra teachings about how the achievement of this union takes place or can take place. Digsung Rinpoche. What is meant by seriously seeking extensive instruction? This is to listen seriously with respect to the definitive and interpretable meaning of the 12 branches of the Buddhist scriptures. The unraveling of the Thought Sutra says, not listening to superior teachings as you wish is an obstacle to special insight. So the wisdom arisen from listening and from analysis is what gives rise to this special insight. So one needs to, it says, not listening to superior beings' teachings as you wish is an obstacle to special insight, because special insight arises from the wisdom arisen from hearing and the wisdom arisen from analysis or contemplation. So we see that what that means there. Digsung? Dene?
Dene what the Shene Lantante, Shero Chetanji, Momo Dubi, in Luputa Jubi, Shero, you mentioned Dala Junene, Tada Omiri Tunerji, Tanzi Miji Tanji Jibi, Jubi, Teni to Ludi Jebande. Lamrim Duden,
Lamrim Duden?
Yeah.
Got
Since Santan Talakwai, Dodge in the moment. Dingan Jibu Gomba Yena, Kuita Monto Mares.
Okay.
Since Santan Talakwai, Dodge in the moment. Shene Lantante, Sherogis, and the Shene Mebaji, Jibakazi Shena, and what in your Monto Mares. Shene Lantante, Sheroji, Chetanji, Momudu, Be, Yellow Podachubi, Sherod, Ume Shene Talajun, Shene, the Latoni Jagures.
Chikaviari. Okay. Lamrim Duden Lungsung. Okay, he was quoting something, but he was looking at the text, so I was trying to figure out if I was missing something. I'm sure I was too, but okay.
This Santan Talakwai, Zajubi, the Mamanton, Shene Lantante, Sheroji, Chetanji, Momudu, Yellow Podachubi, Sherod, Ume Shene Talajun, Tada Omiri Tunerji. Tanzi Midi Tanji Jibi, Chujin Jubi, Yam Sheroji, they need to Ludri Jebanzis.
Okay, that's good. The Shinchutsa, then a discriminate. Lamrim Duden. Okay.
This is Santan Talakwai, Zajubi, the moment, Shene Lantante, Sheroji, Chetanji, Momudu, Yellow Podachubi, Sherod, Ume Shene Talaju, Lari Taz with it.
Here again. Okay, here it is. So this is a quote from Lama Tsongkhapa's Lamrim Duden, the abbreviated stages of meditation, where it speaks similarly. In a state of merely single-pointed meditative concentration, you do not have the insight which gives you the ability to cut the root of cyclic existence. Moreover, devoid of a path of mental quiescence, discriminating awareness by itself cannot turn back the delusions, no matter how much you analyze them. Therefore, on the horse of unwavering mental quiescence, the masters have mounted the discriminating awareness that is totally decisive about how things exist. Then with the sharp weapon of the middle path logic, devoid of extremes. They have used wide-ranging, discriminating awareness to analyze properly and destroy all underlying supports for their cognitions aimed at grasping for extremes. In this way, they have expanded their intelligence, which has realized voidness. I, the yogi, have practiced just that. If you would also seek liberation, please cultivate yourself in the same way. Disung, Dudun Razar.
다 바바 스미지 베슈바 레장스 토바단 대바네 쉐런 종원 조로스 투명 쉐런 여바 인텔라테네 네 라톤 용거레스
Lesso,
쉐런 종원 조로
lesso.
쉐로드 라톤 쉐로드 요나 쉐로드 대바네 뇨모 바로드 뇨모 본토 그레스 쉐카테도스 최진 상바 강시나 최진 상바 강시나 quand ngebe d'autant trai twenty de la soba le batin la poverté de shachu sembi tazung mena gomba la tiji du ngeba njoro de maina tazung ji shamu nyobe tijin la dobane lang karaki do shimbi jeta ganto yang ji du ngeba manjuro tsujin hila samba nende jagures ngebi do la ngado do tang changdo do ni yoro da do la ngado do tang changdo do de bango de do shin de do ngado do yi chen ane
Yanjur Suriname?
Dans des banques de institutions d'habitude de ngado du tennis. Jean qui sont conduits dans des institutions d'habitude de 32 du tennis. Jean que l'on conduit dans des institutions d'habitude de 32 du tennis. What the so patient to your
Parshin Okay, that's good. Barak?
32 du tennis, ngado du tennis. Dans des banques de institutions d'habitude de ngado du tennis. Jean qui sont conduits dans des institutions d'habitude de 32 du tennis sont
422, 595, 422, 595, 422. Okay, Madhyamaka. Okay, Ramasan. So, Rinpoche was defining the definitive and the interpretable according to the Madhyamika Prasangika. Let me just see if we have this here. Third turning of the wheel. Okay, the Madhyamaka defines definitive scriptures as those teachings which have ultimate rasa. Okay, so definitive as those teachings which have ultimate truth as their direct and principal topic of discussion and which can be accepted literally. Teachings of the Buddha other than those belong among the interpretable teachings. So anything that isn't that, so once again, anything that the Rinpoche, the Chiran Yanjur Surinang, Drangdon Yedon.
Dans des banques de institutions d'habitude de ngado du tennis. Jean qui sont conduits dans des institutions d'habitude de 32 du tennis.
Rinpoche, Ranju Dang Tanjur Chipa? Uma, Nika Chipa? Seni? Gangi Sena, the Ranjupi Seni. Chipa? Okay, so this says the Svatantrika here, but he says it's the same. Their examples might be different, but how I read the definition is the same. So Definitive scriptures are those teachings which have ultimate truth as their direct and principal topic, Dundan Demba, and which can be accepted literally. Anything that falls out of that category isn't that. Okay, Digsung Rinpoche.
다 nenjubi 뒤탕지 도 냐당 샬라소바 본신 메드바 마이바데 샤사는 지금 말송도 하다 nenju비네 뒤탕지도 냐사야 샤사와라소바도 본고르 본신 메드바 마이바다스 세초심바 자와샤오스 샤사 제단 그 아버지 말어. 내주비 뒤탕지도 냐당 냐샤당 샬라소바 본신스 세메트바 마이바 단스 냐샤두스 세바이나 메트바 임바레 세츠 셈바레 자와샤오스 칼라 츠셈바. 뭐시라자나 zubul juanche goro nyonan de go maro tsöjin ba te tar shangju semba shene da ladung gi tsu sa ba de gomba la joba sha osa
Okay, you should eat. I didn't skip anything, did I? Oh yeah, I did. Good. What is meant by proper contemplation is properly establishing the definitive and interpretable sutras. When bodhisattvas are free of doubt, they can meditate single-pointedly. Otherwise, if doubt and indecision beset them, then they will be like a man at a crossroads, uncertain of which path to follow. There will be indecisiveness. Yogi, says here, Rinpoche said, is where we see the idea of being vegetarian presented, and not eating meat and fish and so forth. Yogis should at all times avoid fish, meat, and so forth. Should eat with moderation and avoid foods that are not conducive to health. So here again it's saying eating fish and meat and so forth. Eating in moderation means not eating a lot and a lot of times. Rinpoche said not eating a lot of times. And avoid foods that are not conducive to health, things that aren't good for you. Thus, bodhisattvas who have assembled all the prerequisites for calm abiding, meditation, and special insight should enter into meditation. So, it's in closing, basically. Dene, de la. Oh, let me get you the page. Let's go, Rinpoche. 183. De Gutso. De la.
De la nenjue biruba. De la nenjue bi gombi dina. Ta sha sa chu da mo chu sa jin do. Sha de sa chu da mo chu ba gan de des. O de sha ma zan se da ya bures. Sha ma zan ya se da ya bure. Ke de sha sa ba ina na son da bi sha de sa u res. Na son ma da bi sha sa ju ma res. Na son da bi sha de ka res na and seje de rangi chedu seba mayimba rangi chedu seba toba meba wadani ji songja yoro song te songda tewa chi ke de sha saba ina na so no
nga rang seson mejenda chiran sero na
ngai chedu sha seba ina
leso
sa ju ma des
leso
ngai chedu sha seba toba yo na sa ju ma des
leso
an ji ga ji song yo song
Yine the chiran gari sambre the
Chetan sha maza ne abu shera res.
leso
Kedi sha sa go ba ina nason tabi sha sa go ma to nason madab sha sa jo ma res.
the nasum show
Nason tabi sha de ngai che to ne sejen se ba ina te sa jo ma res. Ngai che de se ba me ne te zong yo na sa jo ma res. Song yo song.
Ale okay
Ji
okay
zhang mu du.
they so do nga seson chiran sero na nga tetsum this sumba
Ore.
tetsum sumba
Ngai che de se ba me ne te zong yo na sa jo ma res.
leso. Okay, so and then the if you can avoid eating meat, this is the best way to go, Rinpoche is saying. But if you don't, or you can't for some reason avoid eating meat, then you should avoid eating improper meat, or eating meat that was gotten improperly. So there, Rinpoche said 3: meat that you killed yourself, meat that you've told others to kill for you, or meat that you're not sure if it was killed for you. Like if you're not sure, if you said, I really like to eat that cow. Like if you're not sure, if there's any doubt if it was your fault, then you shouldn't eat that. So these are the, here, 3 qualifications. This sum, Jiao Rinpoche Delpa Yure, this sum. Sum, that you have not seen the animal being killed for you to eat, that you have not received any information in this connection, and that you have no doubt that the animal has not been killed for your consumption. The chik, the nga tongsung, the semchen, nge the seisung, the nge tongsung, the nga. That's so.
Seba tong, te tong saba.
That's so. This sum. So Rinpoche just remembered of the 3. I told him 1, and he was like, "Oh yeah," and he just read the 3 to me that I just read to you, and he told me to read them to you. So anyway, just don't want anyone to ever think that I'm, you know what I mean, going beyond a boundary that I shouldn't be in terms of information. So 3 qualifications: that you have not seen the animal being killed for you to eat, that you have not received any information in this connection, and that you have no doubt that the animal has been killed for your consumption. Pretty similar to, but here it isn't saying you killed it, it's saying you saw it. So that's the thing that's different than what I had heard before. Digsung Rinpoche.
Ta tela nenju be gombi tuna, latong gombi tuna, Thoma shawa jiwe ba tangji yongsu zuba she las, ane lekha na karin cha ne, ane latong gongu res. Shangji she ne, drai sama menjin do, wonyu shu so, dagi sentient tangji shangju nyeba lango ba shawo nyato, sanshins, ruwa tada ngoba dunbi samba jeji niji chenpo ngodo she la shu juna jibi swaji dan shangju senpa tangji la yola nge sha she ne swaji dan shangju senpi kuzu rima la soba nundo ya gang yan gang ronde tada la jinu ju cheba dan deba she la rangi deba sha ne ruwa tada ki sunan la jesu yero shachawa tu chuji shaba na jesu yero kushu watu lede kudwa jesu yero wa she la ten shin tun jambu dwa la jetun nabar nanze ji jemu chung tabon jemu chung she tu yang ronde mi hajan me de hajan yang mazung ba hai zemo dejin lu hajan mogu hajan ya mejiba chambu san la treba na doja do ba shaos ta gonja da ndani je gonja da wat son da marbe wat gonja do wat je son da isa
Mchinge chua de la major pe gombi duna the towa. The tambo the shanchu dro the Yoruba inchike the tambo jimbadang.
Tela nenju be ladong gonge de nenju ba la woro ta.
Lesa.
Tela nenju be gombi ne ladong gombi duna Thoma shawa jiwe ba tangji lekha ga cha ne na
ngunju tamche.
ane cha tong na ka lekha na kare na cha ne ane ladong gons tangji is zuba she las shangji she ne jimba na dang
Okay. The yure.
Ya.
Okay.
Dai tama me yin do won yu shu so da gi singen tangji shangju la go ba xiao da ge singen tangji zuba shangju la go ba xiao de nya do se san dang wo re
So.
ruwa tada ngaban de bi samba jenji ni ji chen mo do 근데 신제 다시 등한들은 찌마로냐 비 전부 공부를
Leso.
다 쇼존아 집에 소제도 자주선 봐 타지는 연락에 사체고르스 나도 연락 같은 말을 라바도 가만히 이제지 안 돼봐
Leso.
어디 연락에 사체고르스
Okay.
야
Then the genda nge lo the jor tugudu.
야, 어느 갈래주.
Okay, so assembled with that. When meditating, now we're on page 102 in the English. When meditating, the yogi should first complete all preparatory practices. So all of the practices that lead up to the meditative practices, like in terms of the stages. And he should go to the toilet, and in a pleasant location free of disturbing noise, he or she should think. So first go to the bathroom, take care of all the things that you need to that could be a distraction, and then find a place that's quiet and free of disturbing noise, and then he or she should think, I will deliver all sentient beings to the state of enlightenment. Then he or she should manifest great compassion, the thought wishing to liberate all sentient beings, and pay homage to all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas in the 10 directions by touching the 5 limbs of the body to the ground. So generating compassion, wishing that sentient beings be free from suffering and the causes of suffering, and then making a prostration. So here the 5 limbs are the head, the 2 hands, and the 2 legs. So when you make a semi-prostration, just think about it. You put the 2 knees, the 2 hands, and the head to the ground. Those are the 5 parts to the ground. And it says he should place an image of the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas, such as a painting in front of him or her in some other place. He should make as many offerings and as praises as he or she can. I'm going to do this a different way. He should confess his misdeeds and rejoice in the merit of all other beings. So here, make an acknowledgement of one's downfalls and then rejoice in all of the good of holy and ordinary beings. Then she should sit in the full lotus posture of Vairocana or the half lotus posture on a comfortable seat. The eyes should not be too widely opened or too tightly closed. Let them focus on the tip of the nose. That's good. Jadan 184 gu. 86. Jeju 86. This is a mess. 84. 184. 183. 184. Vitsar. Vikula. Very. 183. 184.
하여튼 뭐 공자도 저래도 산들 제대로
Datayan.
공자도
Dun.
제대 수인정을 자고 그랬어.
Lesso.
어떤 갈래 주셔서 갈래 가면 못 왔다.
Lesso. The Kabire. The Gomjab. 101.
사제의 전수서부터 최바트 시산 디바샤바지 디바샤네.
Dibasha
와타다
Jesu.
그 제수예랑 와.
That Kabire. The Kabire.
된
Zugu. Okay. Digson.
된 더와라 제주 나바 나제 단도 공자 안 되는데 나바 나제 그러다.
Lesso.
어떤데 제네 어때 갈래 주나 갈래 가면 못 와.
Lesso. So here, this begins to talk about the posture. Ngatsu karma junga then jutsu sa. So this begins to talk about the posture. Is it okay if we don't have question and answer today? So this begins to talk about the posture. So it's saying to sit in the Vairocana or half lotus posture on a comfortable cushion. So it's saying to sit in the full lotus, half lotus, or sitting regularly. However, full lotus best, but whatever is the way that you can sit. The eyes should not be too widely opened or too tightly closed. Let them focus on the tip of the nose. So you have the legs. There's a lot of quotes. Just as a translator's note, if you go to the Lamrim, there's a lot of quotes to show the 7-point Vairocana posture, or sometimes they say 8 if they include the breath. And there's like a quote that says the heads, the arms, the legs make. There's a way to remember it. It's in the Lamrim. So it says that first you start with the legs. Then the eyes shouldn't be too widely opened, not tightly closed, focused on the tip of the nose. The body should not be bent forward or backward. It should be straight. Keeping straight and turn the attention inwards. The shoulders should rest in their natural position, and the head should not lean back forward or to the other side. The nose should be in line with the navel. The teeth and lips should rest in their natural state with the tongue touching the upper palate. Breathe very gently and softly without causing any noise, without laboring and without unevenness. Inhale and exhale naturally, slowly, and unnoticeably. The Triwagu, Rinpoche?
좋아요.
Okay, so Rinpoche is going to do a question. We probably have time for one or two. I'm sorry?
Today, can we do it another time?
Tsar, Ted Segadu. Tandat Tsar, Gangyasuna Leka Cheken.
Okay.
The Yakshu.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll end now. And concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer. Rinpoche, Chirang Becha Nga Teranong is the Tambo Nipa Sum Chi Ni Sum Zeus. Okay, concluding mandala offering and dedication prayer. Somebody else want to lead it? That'd be great. Mendel ground is scented with incense and strewn with flowers, adorned with Mount the 4 continents, the sun and the moon. I imagine this as a Buddha land and offer it. May all sentient beings enjoy this pure realm. Dedicate whatever virtues I have collected for the benefit of the teachings and of all sentient beings, and in particular for the essential teachings of Venerable Losang to shine forever. Send forth this jeweled mandala to you, precious Guru. Dedicate all this virtue to emulate the knowledge of the hero Manjushri and likewise Samantabhadra as well. With whatever dedication is praised as supreme by all the conquerors who traverse the 3 times, I also dedicate all my roots of virtue for the sake of auspicious deeds. In that pure land surrounded by snowy mountains, you are the source of all benefit and happiness. All-powerful Avalokiteshvara, Tenzin Gyatso, may you stay until samsara's end. I pray for the long life of the precious Khensur Wandak, upholder of scriptural and realizational doctrines, spiritual friend who trained extensively in the 5 great philosophical texts, with exceptional wisdom and perseverance. Suji Rinpoche, Gucci Shapi Denranang, Sheda Sebuldu Rinpoche. Tengsang the Sonchana, Sheda Sebuldu. Sheda Sebuldu. Tuche. Oh my word.